Gen Z, 20.8%. Look at that. How do you like that? That's almost the exact number I gave.
What they're saying is 72% of that group are saying we're heterosexual.
Hold on, wait, it is now than 1 in 5?
Yeah.
Apparently.
That can't be real.
The libs have gone wild, and it's no longer confined to the red light districts of Portland. It's being spread all over the Senate hearing room floor. It's going topless on the White House lawn, and maybe most disturbingly, all of this degeneracy is being posted all over TikTok. Now, who would know more about this phenomenon on TikTok than the person who made their name covering such clips? Michael Knowles, whose whole show is basically reacting to clips from libs of TikTok. But does he know more about woke lingo, culture, and degeneracy than Chaya Raichik, who is actually libs of TikTok? We're going to find out in this episode of Face Off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me on my own show, Ben. And Chaya, thank you very much for coming on. I can't tell who has more of an advantage on this, because you obviously are the source of all of these great lib videos, but I shamelessly steal them every single day, and you end up writing like a third of my show. So I can't tell. I might have spent more time with your content than you have.
I sometimes I have to do so much research into this stuff. And when you there's so many genders and sexualities and stuff, I sometimes have to watch a video literally 25 times. I'm not even exaggerating before I post it, because it's so freaking confusing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the definitions change daily, and there's new flags and new terms every single day. It's so hard to keep up. So I'm a little nervous, I gotta say.
It was extremely confusing coming up with each question for this episode, but what's not confusing are the instructions for how we're going to play Face Off. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Question 1. What is a TERF? We thought we'd warm up with an easy one, get the ball rolling. 10 seconds.
This is taking Michael a long time.
Yeah, you might have an advantage on this one. All right, Chaya, what do you got?
Trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Michael?
I have the same answer, but I'll get it on camera. But I also drew a little picture of a witch at the top for J.K. Rowling, because she's probably the most famous one.
I mean, maybe you get 2 points for that. I don't know. You are both correct. Point for both.
Yeah, I don't think you get points for extra pictures.
Do I not? Especially not that picture.
All right, number 2. What is a demiboy? Is it a gender identity for someone who identifies fully as a boy but is exploring other gender expressions? B, a gender identity describing someone who is partially but not wholly identifying as a boy? C, a historical title given to a young nobleman in medieval societies? Or D, a young Jewish man who watches Star Wars and has a bad taste in music? Did you not catch that, Michael?
No, I did.
Who do you know that is a young Jewish boy who watches Star Wars and has a bad taste in music?
Oh, I couldn't tell if it was a Shapiro jab, but no, it's a Professor Jake, because Ben's not that young anymore. He's turned 40. He's an adult now. You're right. Professor Jacob is a demiboy, but even still, I might put down a different answer.
Okay.
Ben watched Star Wars?
Ben?
Yeah.
He
actually
reviews Star Wars all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched Star Wars, and I actually put out a poll on Twitter yesterday if I should watch it or not, and I think I'm going to be forced to watch it now because everyone's voting yes.
The first movie is fine. The second movie is kind of fun and maybe better. And then pretty much all the other ones are terrible, like the other 57 movies that they've made. But the first 2 are kind of fun.
Okay,
All right.
I'll keep that in mind.
Let's see it. We have A, B, C, or D.
I say B.
Me too.
That's correct. It is B.
Ooh.
Not Professor Jacob.
Not Professor Jacob.
That's correct.
Because obviously it's like a demigod, It's not a god who's exploring other states of being. It's someone who's like half this and half that, and yeah.
And Ben Shapiro has a great taste in music. So get him out of the way.
he's a great producer of music. Yeah.
But that's true. #1 rap artist.
Oh yeah. All right. Number 3. How many colors were on the original Pride flag in 1978? This actually changed because of manufacturing reasons on the flag. 10 seconds. Are you done, Michael?
I'm done.
All right, what do you got?
I say 4.
6.
The answer is 8.
Wow.
So neither one of you guys got a point.
8? Really? I thought, see, when you said manufacturing reasons, I assumed it was just hard for them to print all the different colors. And so it was a smaller number.
Well, the original pride flag had more, and so they changed it later because it had too many. Because it had 8.
So what has it got now?
I think now it has 6. I think Chaya's right. But the original one had 8. Hot pink for sex, of course. Red for life. Orange for healing. Yellow for sunlight. Green for nature. Turquoise for art. Indigo for harmony. And violet for spirit.
Wow. Turquoise for art.
Do I get half a point because I was half right?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know about that.
1978.
I don't know about that. There's so much more to say. First, though, go to puretalk.com/Knowles. Once again, Pure Talk is investing in their customers with their own money and without charging you an extra penny. I'm happy to announce that Pure Talk is now providing international roaming to over 50 countries. As you plan your summer travel, make sure your wireless provider has you covered at home and abroad. Pure Talk already puts you on America's most dependable 5G network, but now they're offering coverage in over 50 countries as well. Enjoy the freedom of unlimited talk, text, and ample 5G data for just $20 a month with Pure Talk. This is a deal that is hard to beat, costs you less than half of what you would pay with other networks. Not only is their U.S. customer service team ready to assist you with a seamless switch, but they also have fantastic savings on the latest iPhones and Androids. Are you ready to make a smart switch? Join my cell phone company. I don't own it, but I use it. Got the service, got the phone. It's Pure Talk. Start saving today. Visit puretalk.com/Knowles to explore their offers. When you make the switch, you'll enjoy an additional 50% off your first month. Do not miss out on the opportunity to save on wireless at home and abroad. puretalk.com/Knowles. That's puretalk.com/Knowles.
Number 4, what is systemic oppression? Is it A, a term used to describe big tech companies limiting or removing all the best content posted on certain social media channels? B, the experience of repeated, widespread discrimination by individual members of society without any backing of institutional system? C, a policy implemented by governments to segregate or limit the freedom of specific groups based purely on temporary conditions? Or D, the institutionalized prejudice rooted in historical inequities that affects certain groups across all levels of society, including political, social, and economic. Man, this
is a tricky one. This is a tricky one, man.
Like the official definition according to who?
Google.
Oh.
Huh.
They get wordier and wordier, these.
I say D.
D. That is correct.
D.
Man, we're a tie. Is this 3-3 now? What is it? 3-3.
3-3.
It's going to be a good one. There is a tie break at the end, so don't worry. We've had that happen before.
What if we both get that one right, too?
That's not going to happen. Yeah. It's one of those Star Wars questions, you know? There's no way you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I never watched Star Wars, so I'm screwed.
All right, number 5. What does this flag represent?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Does this have to do with gender, or it's a different topic?
It involves stuff, which is how all this stuff.
Okay, well, that actually changes my answer.
Oh, man, I just helped him. Okay.
All right.
Russian black pie. I think.
Okay, I just wrote furries, and I made a little animal. I don't know, something with furries, animals.
That is a great guess. Unfortunately, neither one of you guys got it right. The answer is it's the polyamory pride flag.
The polyamory.
Pie.
So is the pie, is it because polyamorous orgies are irrational? Is that why? Like, where is the pie coming? I actually thought that might be the reason why.
It makes more sense than what I could guess there. I don't want to pie in there.
Is it maybe because when you have someone bend himself over into a complete circle, and then you try to insert another person in the orgy as the diameter, that when you try to divide the two, you end up with pie? Is that it? Or did I just put that image in your head for no reason?
Michael, we're trying to stay on YouTube. Why do you keep doing this?
Got it. Okay.
Now I'm going to have to think about this all day.
Yeah, and I don't want to, but I might have to also. Yeah.
All right, number 6. According to Pew Research, what state is the most lib? What has the highest percent of the population is liberal?
Good question.
It's not the most populous in terms of libs. You're saying the highest percentage of liberalism.
Yep.
Okay. This is a tough one.
Time.
Massachusetts?
Oh my God.
You guys both got it right.
Hey.
Whoa.
That
I'm
is
giving
so.
you
No one else
money.
at the entire Daily Wire office got that right. That
No,
was
you know why?
unbelievable.
Because, everyone wants to say Oregon or something, but Oregon is conservative. It's just Portland, which is liberal. Or like
Exactly.
Washington, Seattle is liberal, but the rest of it's conservative. So, but Massachusetts, everyone's a lib. No, there are like no conservatives except for the 3 people that voted for Scott Brown in 2010.
Exactly. I had the exact same thought. And people say they think California, but it's only LA and San Francisco. And or like New
Right.
York, but it's only New York City.
Right.
Everything else is not. And I post so much about Massachusetts. Like it might be the number one. And I'm like, I know
Wow.
Massachusetts. Yeah.
What's crazy about it is it's only 36 or 38%, which is that's shocking. That is the highest one. But there are several states that are 50% conservative, and only like 4 or 5 states have more liberals than conservative, which is crazy. That a lot more elections aren't won by conservatives. If that's the case, because
That's always the way it is, though. But the conservatives are kind of, because they're conservative, because they're just normal and content and happy, they're less politically engaged. It's always the minorities, the concerted political minorities, like the Bolsheviks. Bolshevik meaning like the majority, but it was really a small number of people. But they're always the ones who win the revolutions. So you get up to 40% or whatever in Massachusetts, you're done. You're toast.
Yeah. There's not even anything like Massachusetts. It's a lost cause. Like there's nothing we could do there.
Yeah.
all right, on that black pill moment, what is queerbaiting? Is it
Say that
A?
again?
What is queerbaiting?
Queer baiting?
Queerbait.
It's what happens, when the conservatives come to power. Wait, no, I'm joking.
Conservatives
YouTube, I'm joking. It's a joke.
Like BAIT?
Yeah, kind of like fishing. Queerbaiting.
Okay,
Yeah, not BEAT.
I wasn't sure I heard. Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I want to know what queer beaving would be. I don't know why I got that image in my
I'm sure
head.
there's a website for it.
I'm sure it'll be featured soon on Libs of TikTok.
Is it A, a marketing strategy that includes exclusive LGBTQ content to appeal directly to that demographic? Is it B, the practice in media and entertainment of hinting at but not actually depicting same-sex romance or LGBTQ plus themes to attract an LGBTQ plus audience? Is it C, a genre of literature that focuses primarily on LGBTQ plus characters and stories? Or D, doing a soft shoe dance routine in your show's cold open?
You won't give me the point for it, but there's a clear answer here.
Obviously.
And you won't give me the point, but it's okay. When you asked the question, I was like, what could that word possibly mean? And that was what I was thinking of. That was the answer that I came up with. But I know you won't give me the point for it. Okay.
Who made up this term? The left?
I think it's the left. I've heard the word before, though I've never heard it. Like I've never heard the definition of it exactly, but I think it's the libs who, like the libs use the word angrily.
They use it. It's
Such
one
and
of
such
their-
is queer baiting. Yeah.
Okay. This is tough. This might be where we split our
This
top.
is where okay, well, I'll take it.
All right, Michael, what do you got?
I say B.
Oh, I was between A and B.
What'd you draw there?
Oh, it's a little dancing with a martini on a desk. It was kind of hedging my bets,
I feel you. You didn't need to because the answer is B.
Okay.
Michael takes the lead. They're hinting at it, but not willing to commit, so it's queerbaiting. This was actually a term that came up during our interview with Nala Ray, where she talked about on a website that we can't mention on YouTube.
That's right.
How straight men will pretend a certain way to attract more viewers who are homosexual.
That's right. In the conservative movement, we call it the old Bill Buckley approach, which is why a little ethos, little thumos we take from that.
All right, number 8. What is a chaser?
Chaser.
Chaser.
There's a transvestite at Media Matters who I think called me that one time, but I don't know exactly.
I'm like questioning everything I've been doing the past few years because I don't think I've ever been called that.
I don't know. There's this one.
Yeah.
The one, I won't say his name on air, but there's that one transvestite at Media Matters, and he gets paid to watch our content. But he called me that, I think. So I assume it means a devilishly handsome Sicilian.
Well, we'll see if it's one of the answers here. Is it number A, a person who is primarily attracted to individuals because they belong to a specific marginalized group? Is it B, a term used to describe someone who actively seeks relationships with people significantly younger than themselves? C, a nickname for someone who participates in competitive dating or relationship games. Or D, an attention seeker who spends their time doxing while also trying to keep their own anonymity by covering their face with medical masks in public in 2024. For example, Taylor Lorenz.
There's a lot of terms I would use to describe Taylor. Most of them will probably get censored on YouTube. But I don't think Chaser's one of them.
When I was a kid, this will date me, but when I was a youth, a chaser was that little shot of pickle juice you'd have after the whiskey. You know what I'm talking about? You ever have that?
I don't do
ways.
whiskey. I don't like whiskey. But on social media, I mean, it's like shot chaser, that's a term that's used, like a Twitter slang, chaser. I mean, when I was a kid, we used chaser, I guess, when we played tag.
Yeah, that's true.
This is not quite as wholesome as that.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
People ask me, I say, chaser, I hardly know her. Okay, I think we've exhausted all of the puns and synonyms or homonyms, I suppose. Can I say homonym on air, or is that homophobic?
Unless YouTube updates its guidelines, you're fine.
Okay. I said the first one. I kind of gave it away, right?
That's correct.
I did. Okay. I shouldn't have given it away. Maybe I would have pulled ahead.
You're ahead. You're winning me by 1 point.
I am?
You are still currently ahead by 1 point.
Oh, okay.
Michael.
All right, great.
Yes, there's a lot of pressure right now here.
Okay.
All right. What is a femme? Is it A, someone whose gender expression is feminine? B, a style of fashion characterized by exaggerated femininity, often used in theatrical performances or drag shows? C, a type of behavior in social interactions that emphasizes gentleness and empathy traditionally associated with female gender roles? Or D, a dance style that involves fluid, graceful movements often performed in heels and traditionally associated with female dancers?
This is the first really hard one because they're so similar.
In a way, I want to do C just because we haven't had any C answers yet.
This is hard. This is a really tricky one because they're,
Yeah, I got my answer.
Okay.
All right. What do you have?
A.
Wow, it is A.
There we go.
Someone whose gender expression is feminine.
Because it was the most general. And then I always think, the thing that they do is they say, like, I'm a demi-trans, queer homo boy girl. And you're like, what does that mean? And they have some gobbledygook and you try to pin it down. You say, wait, so you're a boy in a dress? Be like, well, you don't have to wear a dress. Like, okay, well, you're a boy who thinks you want to wear a dress, or you don't have to want to wear a dress. And it's all anytime you try to pin it down, they say, well, you don't have to do that. And so I figured go with the most general one, which is like you kind of feel vaguely feminine. So there it is.
Yeah, I've seen dozens of TikToks where they're like showing off how they look and they're like, oh, I'm a femme girl or I'm a femme boy. So I actually kind of knew that one, that it was referring to dress and looks in general.
All right, well, getting off the stuff for a minute.
Yeah.
Number 10, according to the Guttmeyer Institute, which two states are tied for being the most pro-abortion? You get 1 point for each.
This is Guttmacher. This is Planned Parenthood's think tank.
Guttmacher.
The most pro-abortion.
Terms of sheer numbers or proportionality?
No, like the most laws in favor of, like the most crazy protections.
Oh, okay.
And I'll list you the protections after we get
Oh.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, not like most abortions happen there, just craziest laws to help with that process.
The top two?
Yeah, so you can guess two.
Okay. What if we get like one right and one wrong? Do we get half points on
No,
this
you'll
one?
get 1 point for each.
One for each. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
2 states.
Okay.
Oh.
I got my answer.
Hold on. Hold on. No. Okay, I'm going back to my first. Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. California and Illinois.
Oregon and New York.
I have a little hair gel there for Gavin Newsom, like California.
Yeah, according to the Guttmeyer Institute, the two correct answers were Oregon and Vermont.
Vermont. Okay. All right. I knew it was Oregon. Oregon, you can kill a baby up until the moment of birth, like without question, basically. I know Alaska has a lot of abortions, but I don't think it's a matter of their laws just being super liberal. I think it's also just cultural practice. New York, though, you can kill a baby up until the moment of birth, too. They had, Andy Cuomo lit up the Empire State Building or the World Trade Center in pink. So I'm sort of surprised New York doesn't rank up there, but I'll take my 1 point. That's fine.
I mean, it ranks really high up there, but it doesn't have all these laws to keep it in practice. One, It's not restricted based on gestation duration, obviously. The state constitution protects it. State Medicaid funds cover it.
Wow.
Private health insurance plans are required to cover abortion. Qualified healthcare professionals, not solely physicians, can also provide it. State provides protections from harassment and physical harm for anyone entering an abortion clinic. And the state has a shield law to protect abortion providers from investigations by other states and may cover also patients in support of their organizations. So
That's like North Korea levels of killing babies.
Yeah, it's wild.
I got to brush up on my abortion laws. Is California at least like third? I mean, did you see that video from Newsom like the other week where he's like, people in cars are getting stopped and pulled. Women are getting pulled out of their cars and being thrown in jail for getting an abortion.
Yeah, I watched that video and I thought, the ladies. First of all, no one's proposing this, but second of all, they are going to kill like one of their children. That's not, I don't know. I didn't totally sympathize with the protagonist, but anyway.
It's like some weird Democrat fantasy. Yeah. Like they wish this was happening.
It is encouraging when you see the map. Obviously, those the two worst ones, but all the pro-life states there's much more of those colors taking over the map, let's just say, than all the pro-abortion ones. All right, number 11. Define a mask, spelled M-A-S-C. Is it A, a style of makeup characterized by subtle, natural-looking enhancements typically aimed at a male audience? B, a term used within the LGBTQ plus community to describe an identity or presentation that is associated with masculinity? Is it C, a term for the use of makeup used to better align oneself with the gender they prefer, often a large amount, to look more like a physical mask? Or D, someone whose gender expression is masculine, sometimes used as a derogatory term for lesbians, but it can also be claimed as an affirmative identity label, similar to the term butch.
This is tough.
All right, whatever. I got it. I said B.
Yeah, me too.
You both said B. The answer is D.
Is it D?
Oh,
yeah.
I was between B and D.
Some people are proud masks. Proud mask.
But wouldn't it therefore also be B?
Yeah.
It's a gender expression that is associated with masculinity. Like, even if you say, like, well, yeah, but it's also kind of like the term bull or something, and it's lesbians sort of use it too or whatever. It doesn't, like, that's true, but that's just a specific instantiation of the general rule of B.
I agree with Michael.
You guys just blew my mind. I think you're absolutely correct. That definitely would still make sense. So y'all both get a point.
Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
39-2, but.
Yeah.
All right. Number 12. What does this flag represent?
Oh, I know this, I think.
Is it like anarchists? It's like the anarchist flag, but we're very decadent also.
There is an anarchist flag, but...
Is this multiple choice or no?
No, this is not multiple choice.
Okay.
No.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, hold on. I think I got it.
How many flags are there? There's...
Too many, to be honest with you. We could do just flags and have a whole episode.
Yeah. I got it. This one's a gimme.
All right, what do you have?
That's the flag of the gay pandas.
This is asexual pride?
This is actually the ally pride flag. So if you are just an ally, you can have as much pride as everybody else going through the crowd.
Wow.
Yeah. It actually came up. It was more popular in the early 2000s.
Yeah. I wonder what the asexual flag is. I wonder if it's similar.
Yeah. And do we know what the gay panda flag is then?
There was a bear flag that I almost used, but
bear, meaning like the big gay guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, yikes.
You can always create that, Michael. And then you're
the gay panda one?
Yeah, I think you should.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll draw that in the corner while we're answering these questions.
We can add that to the merch shop. It'd be pretty great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, number 13. What country has the highest share of people identifying as LGBTQ+? This is multiple choice.
What country?
Yeah, this is multiple choice. Is it A, Brazil, B, Spain, C, Switzerland, D, Great Britain, E, the Netherlands?
Greatest increase in the number of, or you're saying that just the highest proportion?
The highest share of people identifying, like a percent of their population.
Yeah, okay.
Are these all more, like, where does the US fall in?
Not this bad. Not this good, depending on how you look at it. All right, what do you have?
D, Great Britain.
Well, all the Brits are kind of gay, but they still get married and have kids and stuff. I said A, Brazil, and then also that's my gay panda. It's a panda holding a Cosmo with a limp wrist.
Do you have colorful markers though? Because we need to know the colors of the flag.
That's true. You're right. I only have the black one. It's not gonna.
We can just keep it black.
Yeah.
The answer is A, Brazil.
Let's go.
15%.
I was debating between Brazil and Great Britain.
Yeah. No, I'm not, because they're all, they're like a little Latin, they're a little fluid down there. Okay. All right, baby.
Second was actually Spain.
In Kaya's defense, though, in Britain, I assume every single man who attended any prep school, had a little of the history boys treatment. So technically, Kaya's probably right, too.
The history boys treatment?
You never saw that play.
Michael?
You never, that's a deep cut.
Probably in terms of in terms of the culture in the country, I wonder if Great Britain would be first from all of those options.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but okay.
Oh, there's a lot of
recover from this. I'm down 3 points.
This is rough.
I don't know how far there are, but I'm pretty much giving up hope over here.
We got some questions left. And also Great Britain's got a lot more Sharia law coming in, so it's probably pushing some of that out.
You're right.
I should have thought of that. It's true.
Number 14, what is an egg? It's a shame none of that can go on YouTube, but well, keeping on gross stuff. Number 15, what is the name of the staffer who was caught doing something only meant for procreation in the Senate hearing room?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the one who went topless, and I already started writing it, but then it wasn't that.
No, in the Senate hearing room.
Allegedly.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. He denied it at first, didn't he? But even though it was on video.
It's like what they do to me.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not teaching your first grader about pronouns. And I'm like, here's a video of a teacher teaching their first graders about pronouns. They're like, no, she's lying. Okay, I got it.
All right, what do you have?
Aiden?
Aiden is correct.
Hold on, you got to do the full name, or you do just one name counts?
No, just one name counts.
What do you have, Michael?
I have Eric Swalwell, but I'm mostly joking because I know that all of Eric Swalwell's sex stuff involves female Chinese spies and not
that we know of.
That we know of. You're right. Hey, you're right.
Michael, we don't know who the person with the camera was.
Yeah.
For all we know.
Yeah. Can I get half credit on the possibility?
On speculation, yeah. Just to put that out in the ether. I'll give you a point just for that. No, actually, what is the final score now? Because I had a nice home stretch there.
Don't call it a comeback.
I'm losing by 1, I think.
You are. It's 10-9, Michael.
Is it over? Did I win?
We have a bonus question, but only, if you want to go double or nothing.
If I want to risk it?
Yeah.
So we got a bonus. Do we have a tiebreaker after the bonus? What if we don't? Okay, so then it could be a tie.
There's no way you can tie on this.
Okay.
It's who gets closer to the percent. So the odds of you actually getting the same percent would be no way.
Okay.
But that's only if you want to, Michael. You are the champion currently as it stands. Now, do you want to wager and go all in on a double or nothing? Final question.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right.
I don't stand to gain anything. So it's a really stupid bet of me. I could only lose, but whatever.
Yeah, but you feel
I'm not a great
rush?
gambler.
You feel that high going? You don't want to lose
Let's go. I feel like I just popped in like 4 zins. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I have so much pressure here right now. I'm sweating.
All right, here we go. What percent of Gen Z adults identify as something other than straight or heterosexual?
So how does this work? The closer...
Is it like closest without going over?
No, just closest. I don't like the going over thing. Like meritocracy. So basically, what percent of Gen Z is gay?
Of Gen Z?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting nervous just sitting here now.
Does that include
so much
eggs?
on the line?
Does that, if you're an egg, do you count in...
Yeah, you could identify as that. So it's just anything
I'm
other
saying,
than
what if they don't know? If they're an egg, they don't know, right? But so do they count?
Well, they wouldn't be able to answer it. So actually, no, they wouldn't, Michael.
They wouldn't count, but they're still the thing. So really, whatever the number is, multiply it by 2, because all the eggs.
All the eggs out there. It's so gross.
Well, they probably, if they know they're an egg, they're probably already identifying as something else.
But what if they don't? What I'm saying is,
putting a label on themselves already.
Well, I thought the definition of an egg was a guy who's trans, but he doesn't know it. Kind of like when Norm Macdonald said he was a deeply closeted homosexual, but he's not gay. Like if you're not aware, you can never be aware that you're an egg. Because the moment you're aware of it, you're not an egg anymore. You're just trans.
So the way that the term is used, it's like people who are starting already to like think that maybe they need a label.
So then I want credit for my previous answer, Mr. Davies, because what Kaya just said is that my answer was kind of right. How you like that?
Kind of right does not cut it.
All right. Whatever. All right. I think I have the answer.
A lot of legwork there.
Yeah.
1 second. I have 2 written down and I have to decide between these 2.
All right.
Okay.
What do you have?
I say 20.1%.
I have 26%.
It's 28%.
Oh, I was gonna rate 28 also.
No, it's not.
Brutal. All right,
hold on.
Michael.
According to what study? Hold on. I'm calling in. I don't buy this for a second.
Wow. Even like 26, I was like, it's a little low. That's why I wrote 32 in the corner. Yeah. And with all the ads.
This is not what study are I'm pulling out the
Wait, so it's a tie.
No, you won. It was double or nothing. Yes.
Look at this. Hold on.
In my day.
Hold on. I'm NBC News.
Michael, I'm just getting in.
July. What'd you say?
NBC said that it was from the study that NBC was quoting that nearly 30%.
No, one in 5. Hold on.
I knew it was nearly 30. I saw that study. That's why I wrote 32.
No, I have the study. I have the NBC News article right here. 1 in 5 adult members of Gen Z self-identify as LGBT.
That would be 20%.
No, but it's also just it's not just LGBT.
Oh, something other. Oh, it's because there was a caveat of something other than. Like, so there's also people added to it.
Hold on. I'm not buying this.
What if they're like non-binary, if they're not gay, or not?
No, I don't. I want to see your work here. I don't believe this for a second.
Can you pull?
Okay,
well, the article actually doesn't give the numbers.
Let's just end this before Michael continues researching.
No, hold on.
Can you send Michael a text with the article that we pulled?
Yeah, I want to see the numbers here.
I don't know what's more impressive, Michael's pride and arrogance going to that last question, or
zoom in on this. Here we go. February 19th, 2022, Axios reporting the number of LGBTQ identifying adults is soaring. Gen Z, 20.8%. Look at that. How do you like that? That's almost the exact number I gave.
What's the date on that?
February 19th, 2022.
It's saying people that identify as LGBTQ or not heterosexual. Like, how many people are identifying as heterosexual? So what they're saying is 72% of that group are saying we're heterosexual. And the other ones...
that's 2 years ago. The NBC one was much more recent.
It's getting out there.
Hold on. Wait, it is now than 1 in 5?
Yeah.
Apparently.
That can't be real. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to dispute it. I'll take the tie in my great magnanimity.
After spending 5 minutes trying to dispute it.
No, I still hold to Ben Davies' statistical error, and I'm sure they'll sort it out in the comments. But if it is the case that our society is getting even than 1 in 5, then we've all lost anyway. At that point, it doesn't matter.
But you know who didn't lose was Chaya. And she gets a 30-second read from you, Michael. Where do you want to plug?
Wait, I thought it's a tie.
No, she won. It was.
Maybe she won. It was 10-9, and then she just.
It was double.
Yeah, it was like you're going all in on one question.
Wait, I'm going double on all my points, so she got 20-10 or something.
I thought that's what we agreed upon.
This is classic Ben Davies statistics. This is where he got the 30% number. Okay, but I'll do a commercial anyway. Libs of TikTok is not only one of the most important social media channels out there. It is also probably in the top 5 of all news sources in the world right now. And most important of all, constitutes at least a 5th, though I don't know, probably Ben Davies would put it at 30%, of the stories on my show every single day. And everyone should follow Libs of TikTok.
Wow, thank you. Am I going to get a panda pride flag as my prize?
I erased it, unfortunately, but wow.
We'll just get Jeremy on it. He'll just start a new company and have the pride flags going. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get you one very, very soon.
Wait, so this is only the second time that Michael lost?
Yeah, It's still disputed, but yeah, that's what.
And he lost to me out of how many episodes?
Like 1 billion. I would say that, depending on how this thing is finally scored, I will admit that I lost in about the same way that Trump lost the 2020 election. Yeah.
I was just gonna say you're almost a competition denier.
Like, what do you think double or nothing means, Michael? Like, what
I didn't know I could wager the points I had already won. When did that happen?
Like, choosing what to hear.
It's double the points.
I want this fair and square.
And so hold on. What is the non-straight, non-LGBT identity?
There's a lot of weird identities out there, and apparently people are identifying as it.
As pandas. I don't know.
Honestly, that was found by the lovely Markella, and so she was just added all of them up. And
it's obviously fake, but it's okay. We accept the ruling for now. Maybe we challenge it in court.
This will be good for the comments, though. You know, we'll get it moving. Michael won. Team Michael for life.
I was news. I'm actually shocked right now.
It was a great performance.
Yeah.
The comeback was really the whole thrust of it. Yes. I don't mean to use the term thrust in an LGBT episode.
There's so many images in my head after this. Oh my God, I need a detox.
Yeah, you describing that flag, Michael. I was like, good Lord, this is like an 18+ episode on YouTube.
It's going to get the explicit warning. Yeah.
For sure. Well, if you haven't already, head on over to X and follow Libs of TikTok. And please write in the comments section and let us know who you'd like to see and what topic to cover in the next episode of Face Off.